appears the Trump administration has exiled another American citizen to a country she does not belong to. Okay? So now, this time it is a 2-year-old girl born in the United States to undocumented parents. And so this has a lot to do with, of course, the attacks on birthright citizenship, right? So what the Trump administration has been doing is deporting children of undocumented parents and doing it in a very, well, I mean, not only illegal, but incredibly shady way. Okay, so I'll explain that. But first, the girl, Emanuelly Borges Santos, known to her family as Manu, was born in a Florida hospital in 2022. She has a U.S. passport. She has a social security number. She is an American citizen, as American as you and I. Okay. Now, however, the Trump regime says no, not a citizen. In fact, Holman comes out and says, well, we didn't deport any U.S. citizens. I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, she has been sent to a country where she has no citizenship, along with her parents and 94 others. They were shipped off to Brazil. Manu's parents told the Washington Post that they had sought asylum in the United States in 2021 after fleeing violence and corruption in Brazil. Now, of course, in the United States, there is also lots of violence and corruption. So I maybe you should, I don't know, maybe they're better off. Okay. Or not. I don't know. Now, while the courts in Florida were considering the case, though, Borges had taken a construction job. So he worked, he paid taxes, and, you know, again, asylum, doing paperwork, whatever. So as far as I know, legally allowed to be here. Okay. And eventually what happened? They started a family. Manu was born in December of 2022, which led to a judge issuing a stay of deportation. Since, you know, now that child, because of birthright citizenship, is a United States citizen. That's right. And of course, since she's a toddler, she can't take care of herself. So that makes sense, right? Now, according to the lawyer for the family, they were called into an ICE office. Okay. So it's not like they were, you know, going and waiting, lying in wait like they have outside of courtrooms or anything like that. They're like, no, come into the office. We got some paperwork for you. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. So they go to the ICE office. They were made to sign forms that they didn't understand, and then were immediately shipped off to Brazil. And that's it. They told the Post, the lawyer did, that the U.S. government is deporting their own citizen. Again, it's technically not deportation. It is exile. Okay? If you're taking a citizen and shipping them out of the country with no way to return, that is an exile. All right? And one that the administration is now claiming was by choice. Oh, see, the parents, they chose to do it, right? But you know, that paperwork that they signed was probably only printed in English, all right? Which was likely a trick. So they can say, oh, well, the parents signed the paperwork. Well, totally given a choice then, right? Because they signed it. I mean, it's right there. Except that, no. But here's the thing. A DHS spokesperson told the Daily Beast just that, right? The media and the Democrat politicians are force-feeding the public false information that U.S. citizen children are being deported. Exiled. That's as false and irresponsible. Parents are asked if they want to be removed with their children, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement will place the children with someone the parent designates. Now, again, they probably did ask, to be fair, but they probably asked in English with no translator on purpose. Okay? It's not a stretch to think that they're doing all of this, setting this up in a way where these people do not understand because they don't speak English, or maybe their English isn't that great. All right. And so all in an effort to try to trick them into signing away their rights and to have them sent to another country with their U.S. citizen child. All right. So the administration, though, can say, well, yeah, well, of course we gave them a choice. Yes, of course. But the parents disagree. They said, no, we were not given a choice. Her father, Emanuelly Borges Santos, said, quote, they simply deported us. As soon as we were done with that paperwork, whatever it was, they just sent us out. This is incredibly evil, which is totally on brand for the Trump administration. Okay. But all right. But yeah, anyway, so that happened. But what happened to Manu? Is she okay? I mean, so far, she seems to be doing better than some of the other children, U.S. children that were sent to another country. But not great, though. When they arrived, Brazilian officials were surprised to see an American toddler, because that's what she was. She is an American toddler. Quote, we'd never seen another case like this, said federal police officer Alexandra Oliveira Medeiros Reyes, speaking to the Post. All right, yeah, but what about her immigration status? That's pretty important, right? Currently, Manu is allowed to stay in Brazil on a tourist visa. Because remember, she is now in that country as an undocumented immigrant. Irony of ironies, right? As such, she has no rights to receive health care or education in that country. Her visa is a temporary visa. It is set to expire within weeks. She has no real pathway to citizenship in Brazil. The girl is stateless. All right. She has no country at all. Now, that said, it's not like Brazil, the government is just completely ignoring it. No, they're looking into creating a temporary citizenship just for her case, that would allow her to maybe stay in this country or that country until she is 18. Once she becomes an adult, she would have to come back to the United States. She would be deported to the U.S. Crazy. Now, that said, at the moment, she is an undocumented immigrant. She has no rights, no citizenship, no state, nothing. Now, that, of course, has her mother very concerned. In fact, she was like, what if we need to take her to the doctor? We can't do that. We don't have the rights to medical care. Not that this administration actually cares, because they don't. They have already sent, as I mentioned before, American children to other countries. In fact, just last month, 3 U.S. citizens, ages 2, 4, and 7, were exiled to Honduras, along with their undocumented parents. One of those children happens to have cancer and was sent there to Honduras with no cancer medication. It is very possible that at this point, she or they are she is either dead or will be soon. Whatever happened to being pro-life? What? I thought we were supposed to be, according to these people, a Christian nation. What does the Bible say about immigration anyway? Or, of course, letting children die because you sent them away. Yeah. Look, they're neither of those things, okay? There is no empathy. There is no compassion. There is just nothing but cruelty for the sake of cruelty. And of course, you know, whenever I bring that up, the right, and I've had plenty of these conversations in my comment section, online, whatever, they'll immediately dismiss it by saying something like, oh, no, if you're here illegally, you have to go. You need to follow the law. You should have followed the law. 2-year-old wasn't even born. Wait. I think they forgot, or really they just wanted to ignore the fact that claiming asylum is legal. And again, if you're born here, you are a citizen. Birthright citizenship. That's what it's called. All right. And look, asylum, by the way, too, which is what the parents were claiming, is a legal pathway to stay in this country. And if they were really concerned about enforcing immigration law, you do know that Elon Musk is alleged to have overstayed his visa, right? Or that Melania Trump had previously allegedly worked as a model without the proper documentation. She was not allowed to work in this country. And speaking of the Trumps, Trump himself is even knowingly, as far as I know, employed undocumented labor at Mar-a-Lago to save money. Okay, but the thing is, the most damning thing about this is that it's barely worth mentioning to these people. Once again, they'll just ignore it, okay? Anything that runs counter to their cruel beliefs, they will reject wholly and outright. What is the point of bringing up hypocrisy when hypocrisy has no impact whatsoever on these people's minds? No, at the end of the day, you got to call it what it is. These people are racist. And I know it makes her cry and whine and throw fits and get so mad. It gets so triggered. Oh my God, how dare you call me a racist? You're so mean, you people on the left. We're mean for calling you what you are, but you are good people for sending little children, supporting sending little children to another country without cancer medication so that they'll die. Who's more mean? Who's more mean? Right? Come on. No, the reason that they get so mad is because it's true. This administration is literally using white nationalist policies and language. I mean, one of the most recent stories that came out today is that they're looking to establish an office of remigration. Remigration, what is that? It's basically a euphemism for ethnic cleansing, to get rid of all non-white people from Western countries. Okay, so not just the United States, but Europe. And again, this was coined in Europe. What is the goal here? To create white ethno-states. Y'all can't get more racist than that. Okay? And understand that this is exactly, and Trump has used that language. Musk has used that language, obviously. I mean, again, Trump on Truth Social was talking about, yeah, we're going to do remigration. They know. They know. This is who this administration is catering to. Literal white nationalist racists. And I got news for you. If you like what the Trump administration is doing right now, well, then I guess that's who you are too. And I got a word of advice, all right? I know I ain't going to change your mind. I ain't going to make you stop being racist. So you know what? You might as well just have the balls to own it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.